bonfire day here at the farm. I cannot wait. Stay tuned. We're about to light some shit on fire, baby. All right, so we burned on this side, and then we got the hose out and we wet all this down. That way, the fire would control burn across. We also got Papa Paul with the fire extinguisher. We got DJ here, where is it? He's here somewhere. DJ here helping out too, so we've been moving things from this side down to this side too, so that we don't get too close to the vinyl here, because we don't want that to warp. Bye-bye doghouse. Oh, there's a skink in there too. There's a bunch of animals in there. I feel bad about that. I took us home. All right, so we have taken what was about 6 dumpsters worth of stuff, lit it on fire, which we did in a responsible way because we waited till it had rained for 3 days and then until it was about to rain again. And we've turned it into like maybe 1 dumpster worth of stuff. They got to come in here and they got to scrape all this, and then they're just going to take a front loader and put it in a dumpster. So we went from somewhere between $2,000 and $2,500 down to hopefully about $400. And that was 1 day's work. So anytime as an owner operator, you can be at a house and save a couple grand for 1 day's work, that's a pretty good return on the investment of your time, especially when you have Wi-Fi at the house so you can work the whole time. Hopefully once this is cleaned up, we'll have a little room left in the dumpster because we have a lot of trash. And I don't think just 1 dumpster is gonna solve it. But this went from 6 down to 1. We have got the vanity in. I am really excited about that. They did the granite all wrong, so we had to do some things to make it right, but we figured it out. Also, we have somber news. We have decided to sell this place. As much as we would love to keep it in the family, and this would be a place that I loved living in and the family loved visiting, and maybe the family loved living in as well. If we are gonna stick to those 10 building blocks we talked about, and we're gonna be a disciplined investor, and we are where we think we are in the market, then getting the cash is far more important. So we have pivoted some of the design choices. A great example of that is right here. I wanted to do like a black brown tile all the way to the ceiling. These sconces are pretty aggressive. We're removing both those things out of the budget and out of the design package. So it's gonna be a much more market ready, less Paul and Mielke family style finished product, but it's still gonna be great and we're really excited about it. Hopefully I'll get my South Carolina real estate license in time to sell it. I'm thrilled to take y'all through that process though. Stay tuned to see how it goes. All right, guys, we are out here at the Mielke Family Farm. We got about 14 days left on this project. We have officially converted this project from being a house for me and my family to being a flip. So we're gonna talk about some of the things that are changing now. So let's go in, I'll show you what's left. So obviously, I thought that I was gonna do like a wet bar here and do a couple other things, but that has since went away. We're also gonna do some things like, instead of just capping this, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna close it up. We're gonna mortar it over. We'll talk about what has changed in here. This is going away. I love the industrial look, but I don't know if a buyer is gonna love this like stainless steel industrial backsplash. Another thing that I was not gonna do. I was gonna put a big steel prep table over here because I love to cook. I really wanted that like industrial feel, but instead we're going in and we are adding cabinets and countertops to this side of the kitchen. So you are gonna have so much cabinet space in this kitchen. It is gonna be absolutely insane. I'm super happy about how the cabinets and the counters turned out. The study is going to go from being a super moody, groovy room to just being a nice study that somebody can do something with. I am going to leave my custom chandelier here. I think it's going to look really good. And then we're going to go with a high gloss black oil-based paint on the bookshelf, which will give this room a little pop. The goal is to appeal to the most amount of consumers in the best way possible. So when they say that the devil is in the details, that is the truth. In the past, I haven't necessarily done the best job finishing strong on flips, and that is not going to be the case here. The inside of this house is going to be absolutely perfect. This bathroom, it needs a deep clean, but pretty much everything is done in here. I love the quality on the tile. I love how the colors go together. If this were a consumer flip the entire time, I never would have picked this tile. So we'll see what the market does. I am very curious how much of the market loves Paul Mielke's taste. When I say that we're trying to manage the consumer experience from start to finish, that is from the moment somebody gets out of their car and sees the house all the way to when they open the closet door. New wire shelving in the closets. When you open it, it's going to be basic, but the work that is done is going to be perfect. And if somebody wants to add shelving to that later, they can. I was going to do a fun wallpaper in here and make this a little like storage area, but now we're just doing some wooden bookshelves in here. We're playing it safe on the fixtures too. It lights up this space really well. And then these oversized fans. So these are 52-inch fans right here. This was actually in the front bedroom, and it was so big that when you walked in the front door, it felt like it was right in your face. So we went ahead and we just moved it to the back. There's been a lot of work going on in this bathroom, and because of that, it was done a little bit out of order. So now they're having to come in and they're having to sand the ceiling down because this was the last room with popcorn. They should have done that at the very beginning. It's different guys in here now. They're doing a great job. But hopefully by the end of the day, this is sanded down and mudded so they can sand it tomorrow. This bathroom has to finish perfectly, and it has the longest way to go. So this is the room that makes me the most nervous. It's the most things that can go wrong too. It's got everything's on a dimmer. It's got 2 sconces. One of the bulbs is already broken. We got to get glass up. Glass is always one of those things at the end of a flip that like you're panicking to get in before photos. The plumbing still has to get done. But yeah, this is the room that has the most time left. So we'll see. Out here, we're doing some things because these boxes are mounted externally to the house, the electrical boxes. We're building little trim kits. The sconces are going to mount to the trim kits so that they don't look like this. You can see here, it's got a little play. We don't want that. So we're going to do trim kits. We're going to paint them black. We're going to pressure wash everything. We're going to stain these posts, put a really cool front door on. The outside of this house will never be perfect, all in all, but this section will be. So the person who buys this house is buying it for this. So we're just going to take a big bush hog. We're going to come in here, we're going to cut all this down, and then I'm going to go back into the woods and I'm going to clear out all the small underbrush. Once that's done, you'll have a really good view of the land from the driveway. And if we talk about the customer experience, that's part of the experience, and we're going to make sure that that experience starts the second they get out of their vehicle. One of the things we're going to talk about that breaks my heart is the whole hog barbecue that I built for myself has to go. So we're gonna take that down, and then we're gonna take this old barbecue pit that's been turned into like a flower bed, and we're gonna take these beautiful stones, and we're gonna create a little landing area down here. We're gonna fill it with gravel. That way when you come down the steps, you have a little gravel area, a little area to entertain, a little area to hang out. We're gonna get all the trash picked up. We're gonna get all the little brush cleared out. We're gonna cut the grass down really far. That's it, you know, we're really focused on making sure that the interior is perfect and the exterior is really good, because that's about all you're going to be able to do on this house without going tremendously over budget.
What do you think about the house being sold now?
Well, honestly, I'm a little disappointed. I love the land out here. I love the property itself. I was excited about the possibility of having some acreage. I was excited for Paul to maybe live here. I don't know, there were just a lot of exciting things about the whole property from the very beginning. It's going to be okay, and I'm okay with it. It's good, everything is good, and if something changes where we can still, you know, be here and live here, it would be great. This has been a very good learning experience. It seemed like an impossible task at the beginning. There was so much to do, but Paul is so creative in his ideas, and he's very creative in his design, and he has experience and knows what he's doing, and I'm really thrilled at the outcome of the interior and the exterior. I can see it now. I can see what it's going to look like, and it's very exciting.
All right, guys, welcome to the 5th check-in here at the Mielke Family Farm. We burned that huge pile that we've been building up over the last few weeks, and now we get to seed that little area, and hopefully we get some good grass. Whatever debris is left, we're gonna scoop into a dumpster. Flooring is down. There's been a lot of progress. I'm about to order a little steel prep table for the kitchen. We got countertops in. There's a lot of progress. Now we're into like the nitty-gritty. This is where things really go from going fast to going slow again. So making sure that everything's right is super important. Yeah, hopefully next time we're checking in, we're doing a true blue tape checklist, but we will see. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. I can't wait to show you all the progress.